You woke up this morning drinking coffee, and suddenly the cup slipped and fell from your hand. You thought it was just momentary fatigue, didn't you? But the next moment, you looked in the mirror and noticed a slight droop on one side of your mouth. Right now, a blood vessel in your brain may be quietly clogging. Focus for just 3 minutes. We'll tell you the chilling warning your body sends you just before a blood vessel in your brain explodes like a time bomb. Many experts call cerebral infarction a disaster without warning. This disease can take away your entire daily life, your relationships with your family, and your future in an instant. The true horror of cerebral infarction is that if you don't get to the hospital within the golden time of just 3 hours, it can leave you with permanent, irreversible paralysis or disability. But there is hope. Our bodies send out numerous warning signs long before a stroke occurs. Today's video contains all the scientific and practical secrets to help you maintain young and healthy blood vessels and prevent cerebral infarction and dementia. Changing the channel is like giving up on your healthy future. Watch until the end right now and start the Vascular Youth Restoration Project. Part 1. The fear of cerebral infarction and the warning signs of mini-stroke. 1. Cerebral infarction, a deadly disaster caused by blood vessels. Let me explain cerebral infarction very simply. It occurs when the blood vessels that supply nutrients and oxygen to the brain become narrowed or completely blocked by debris thrombus, much like old water pipes. When a blood vessel becomes blocked, brain cells begin to die within 3 minutes due to lack of oxygen. This paralyzes the functions previously controlled by these dead brain cells, such as limb movement, language, and cognitive abilities. The main cause of cerebral infarction is arteriosclerosis. This is a condition in which cholesterol and inflammatory substances accumulate on the walls of blood vessels, hardening and narrowing them. This is the ultimate result of vascular diseases such as high blood pressure, hyperlipidemia, and diabetes. 2. The golden time signs you should never miss. FAST. There are 4 most important signs that family members and others around you should recognize the moment a stroke occurs. These are FAST. F. Face drooping facial paralysis. The muscles on one side of the face droop or become asymmetry when smiling. A. Arm weakness, paralysis of the limbs. Weakness in one arm or leg, making it difficult to lift or move. S. Speech difficulties, speech disorders. Dysarthria, which causes slurred speech, and aphasia, which makes it difficult to understand what others are saying, leading to a loss of speech. T. Time to call 911. Time. Call 911 immediately. If you experience even one of these symptoms, go to the hospital without delay. Every second counts. 3 creepy mini-stroke signs your body sends before a stroke. These are the most important warning signs. Although it's difficult to recognize, this is a trailer of a cerebral infarction, a transient ischemic attack TIA, or a mini-stroke. Symptoms can last from a few dozen minutes to as long as 24 hours, completely disappearing, making it easy to feel all better. However, TIA patients are at a very high risk of experiencing a true cerebral infarction within 3 months. First, temporary visual disturbance. One eye may briefly become blind, as if a curtain were covering it, or objects may appear double. This usually resolves after 1 to 2 minutes, but it's a sign that a cerebral blood vessel has already been blocked and then released. Second, dizziness and loss of balance. Sudden, severe dizziness, as if the ground is collapsing, is accompanied by difficulty maintaining balance, or ataxia, such as reaching for an object in the wrong place. Third, minor sensory disturbance. Sudden numbness or loss of sensation on one side of the body, not the fingertips or toes. It may even feel like crawling insects. If you know someone who's recently experienced frequent numbness in one arm or leg, or momentary blurred vision, please share this video and help them become healthier together. This small act of sharing can help preserve their golden time. Part 2. 3 deadly habits that accelerate vascular aging and self-diagnosis methods. Our body's blood vessels are aging 24 hours a day. We need to identify and eliminate 3 deadly habits. that drastically accelerate this aging process. 1. Chronic inflammatory dietary habits that eat away blood vessel walls. Cerebral infarction begins with damage to the blood vessel wall or inflammation. Just as a scab forms on a wound, when the vascular endothelium becomes inflamed, cholesterol seeps through the gaps, creating a fatty deposit. The hidden sugar attack. Frequent consumption of beverages containing high fructose corn syrup or refined carbohydrates like white bread and white rice can cause a rapid rise in blood sugar, which in turn produces toxic substances that attack blood vessel walls. These are the seeds of chronic inflammation. The worst combination, the habit of combining sugary drinks with fried foods high in trans fat, is the fastest way to destroy blood vessel elasticity. Self-diagnosis: drinking more than one glass of sugary soda or juice a day, choosing something sweet after a meal, eating fried foods or processed snacks more than 3 times a week. 2. Anger habits that raise blood pressure and sleep disorders. Stress is a natural blood vessel killer that constricts blood vessels and raises blood pressure. Intense emotions, especially anger, can cause a sudden spike in blood pressure, potentially leading to rupture or blockage of blood vessels. Anger and blood vessels. Anger releases the stress hormone adrenaline, causing the heart to beat faster and blood vessels to tighten. Repeatedly, this process weakens the walls of blood vessels, causing them to lose elasticity and harden. The pressure of sleep deprivation. Sleep is the resting time for blood vessels that have been exhausted during the day. Lack of sleep leads to high blood pressure throughout the day, thickening the blood and increasing the risk of blood clots. Self-diagnosis: I often get angry suddenly while driving or over trivial things. Even when I lie down to sleep, I can't fall asleep easily because of my worries. I wake up 3 to 4 hours after falling asleep and have trouble falling back to sleep. 3. A muscle-less lifestyle that ruins blood sugar metabolism. As emphasized in the diabetes section, vascular health ultimately depends on metabolic health. Our muscles are the largest energy consumer, burning glucose in the blood. Without muscle, blood sugar management becomes difficult, and excess glucose begins to damage blood vessels. Inflammation of abdominal fat, visceral fat, in particular, secret substances that cause vascular inflammation, increasing insulin resistance and ultimately promoting the buildup of fatty deposits on blood vessel walls. Lack of activity. A sedentary lifestyle lowers heart rate and impedes blood circulation, creating an environment conducive to blood clots. Self-diagnosis: I sit for more than 7 hours a day. My thighs are getting thinner. I feel out of breath after climbing just 2 flights of stairs. This is important information to maintain your healthy blood vessels. Please click the subscribe button now for better content. A like is a small gesture that helps maintain blood vessel health. Part 3. Secret Solution: a miracle diet to restore blood vessel elasticity. From now on, we will reveal the Vascular Cleanser Diet, which rejuvenates aged blood vessels, restores their elasticity, and fundamentally reduces the risk of cerebral infarction. The key is to activate nitric oxide, a vasodilator. 1. Natural vascular relaxant. 3 foods that boost nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a substance naturally produced in the walls of our blood vessels. It gently dilates blood vessels, promoting blood flow, lowering blood pressure, and preventing blood clots. A diet rich in NO keeps blood vessels young. First, beets. Beets, the jewel of root vegetables, are rich in nitrate. This nitrate is rapidly converted into nitric oxide in the body, effectively relaxing blood vessels and lowering blood pressure. Second, dark green leafy vegetables like spinach and arugula. These are also rich in nitrates. Including them daily is recommended. They are particularly rich in vitamin K, which helps regulate blood clotting. Third, nuts and legumes. Arginine L-arginine is an amino acid that forms the basis for nitric oxide. Regular consumption of walnuts, almonds, and black beans helps nitric oxide production. 2. The power of omega-3 and good fats to cleanse bad oils. Omega-3 fatty acids are the best nutrients for removing inflammation and cholesterol buildup in blood vessels. Blue-backed fish, omega-3s EPA, DHA, abundant in mackerel, salmon, and tuna. Suppress inflammation, purify the blood, and prevent blood clots. Consuming them at least twice a week is highly recommended. Perilla oil alpha-linolenic acid ALA, abundant in perilla oil, is converted to omega-3 in the body. Sprinkle it on rice or use it as a salad dressing for a consistent daily intake. Avocado and olive oil, monounsaturated fatty acids, help lower bad cholesterol LDL levels and protect blood vessels. Use them in cooking or sprinkle them on salads. 3. Essential minerals that help stabilize blood pressure and relax muscles. This mineral is essential for managing high blood pressure, a major cause of stroke. Potassium. It plays a crucial role in lowering blood pressure by flushing excess sodium from the body. It's abundant in bananas, tomatoes, potatoes, mushrooms, and other foods. Reduce your salt intake and supplement with whole foods to get your potassium. Magnesium, known as a natural sedative, it relaxes the muscles and blood vessel walls, lowering blood pressure and improving blood flow. It also promotes a good night's sleep. It's abundant in kelp, nuts, and dark chocolate. Whole grains and fiber. The fiber content of whole grains like oats and brown rice inhibits cholesterol absorption and stabilizes blood pressure, simply replacing refined carbohydrates with whole grains can make a significant difference in blood vessel health. Part 4. The secret to optimizing blood vessels and living a younger life by improving brain blood flow. Exercise is the best treatment, directly stimulating the production of nitric oxide, which relaxes blood vessels. Improving blood flow to the brain is particularly important. 1. Stretching to open the carotid artery by relaxing the neck and shoulders. The importance of the carotid artery. The carotid artery, a major blood vessel supplying the brain, runs through the neck. Tension and stiffness in the neck and shoulders can compress the carotid artery, reducing cerebral blood flow. 3 stretches to improve blood flow. Lateral neck stretch. Grasp your head with one hand and gently pull it to the side to stretch the side of your neck. Hold for 15 seconds, then repeat on both sides. Shoulder rotation. Raise your shoulders as if they're about to touch your ears, then lower them in a large circle. This relaxes the tense trapezius muscles. Chin tuck, correcting turtleneck. Gently pull your neck back in tucked-in position. Correct posture can greatly improve cerebral blood flow. 2. The secret of interval training to cleanse your blood vessels. Interval training benefits alternating between intense exercise 30 seconds and light exercise 1 minute. By rapidly increasing and then decreasing your blood pressure and heart rate, you maximize the elasticity of blood vessel walls and stimulate the secretion of nitric oxide. This has a much more powerful vascular cleansing effect than walking alone. Routine for people in their 50s. Walk slowly, then alternate between 30 seconds of brisk walking or light jogging and repeat for 20 minutes. Be careful not to strain your knees. 3. Hand-toe stimulation to activate peripheral blood vessels. Cerebral infarction can begin when the microvasculature in the brain becomes blocked. It's important to stimulate peripheral blood vessels throughout the body to stimulate blood circulation. Ankle pump exercise. Lie on the floor, lift your ankles, and then drop them repeatedly. This helps blood flow back to the heart, improving circulation. Clapping and fist pumping stimulate the microvessels in your fingertips, boosting blood circulation. Do this whenever you have a moment while watching TV or sitting down. Stretching immediately after waking. Stretching your entire body muscles can help stimulate blood circulation without dramatically raising your blood pressure. Part 5. Daily practice. Daily habits to restore your vascular youth and conclusion. Freeing yourself from the risk of cerebral infarction and regaining your youth depends on the small habits you begin today. 1. The most important, regular checkup. Carotid artery ultrasound. Checking your blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol levels is essential. For those over 50, a carotid artery ultrasound is one of the most accurate ways to predict your risk of cerebral infarction. This test allows you to directly assess your vascular aging. 2. The 1-minute pause habit, the art of emotional control. Flashbacks can cause blood pressure to spike momentarily. When you're angry or stressed, develop the habit of doing nothing for 1 minute and focusing solely on your breathing. This 1 minute is a valuable time to protect your blood vessels. 3. Hopeful conclusion. While genetics play a role in vascular disease, lifestyle habits have a far greater impact. Your blood vessels are responding to your efforts even at this very moment. If you consistently practice the nitric oxide, activating diet and blood flow enhancing exercises I introduced today, your blood vessels can regain the youth they had 10 or 20 years ago. Youth is determined not by age, but by vascular elasticity. Starting today, I sincerely hope you take care of your blood vessels like a treasure and live a youthful and vibrant life without the fear of cerebral infarction. This information can save your family and friends. Please leave any questions or share your experiences of becoming healthier together in the comments, and I'll return with more helpful health information in the next video. Thank you.